Hello everyone, it's Classy Touch again. So I know it's been a while. I sell autogele in OCs, so that's what has have been keeping me busy. So I have lots of OCs order. That's why you've not been seeing me here. But right now I'm back. I'm done with the order. So now we are back. So for this style now that we're going to be looking at today, I make use of 4 pieces of ashoke. So the length of the ashoke itself is 70 inches, okay? So and I've cut the base. So after cutting the base, the next one you cut is your handle as usual, which is 16 inches. So you can either use the normal round plates for the base or you use V shape, whichever one is fine. So this is the handle 16 inches and I've cut it 2 times, which is constant for all my gele. So the next measurement we are going to be cutting now for the frame, for the style itself, is what I'm going to be measuring out for you now. So the first one you need to cut is, I've cut 52 inches, but you can cut 30 or 32 inches, because while doing it I noticed that this 52 inches was too much, okay? So you can reduce your own to say 30 or 32 inches. So after that you stitch both ends like that, okay? To stitch both ends like that. Then the next one you need is this two. So basically we need just the first one and these two for the style. So this one is two. I'm going to be taking the measurements so we see what we have there. Okay. So this is 50 inches, okay? So this one is okay, it's constant. You don't need to change this one. It's 50 inches, you cut it 2 times. So what I'm going to be doing for this, I'm going to be joining it together like so. Then after joining, I'm going to be stitching just one side, just one edge, okay? So I'll come back to show you the next thing to do. Alright, so I decided to use V shape for my base because that is what my customer want. You can either use the normal round plate too, it's fine. So the first one you're going to be working with now is the 50 inches, the one you cut 2 times, okay? So that's what we are going to be working with now. So you choose the side you want your plate to be. So either left or right is fine. So what you need to do now is take your measuring tape and measure out 5 inches, okay? You're going to be leaving out the 5 inches. You can reduce yours to 4, okay? So I decided to work with 5 inches in case you want your place to be higher than this. You can as well increase your step to be 3 instead of 2, okay? That is, you cut your 50 inches 3 times. It depends on how high you want your gele to be. All right, so from that 5 inches is what I'm pinning down to the side there, and you take it all the way up using your pin to hold it all the way to the middle like that, okay? So somewhere close to the middle, like half an inch away from the middle is what I have there, and you can as well take it to the middle. So I'm going to be stitching, tacking it all the way to that side. All right, so now I'm done tacking with my needle and thread all the way from the side to the middle there. So I'm going to be pleating everything and I'll come back to show you. Okay, now so I'm done pleating it. Can you see what I have there? I'm done pleating. So now we are going to start forming the ruffle. Okay, for me ruffle is the simplest to do. Okay, there's no particular way of doing ruffle. But the first thing you need to do for this style is to first tack the pleats down. Okay, you don't want your ruffle to affect the pleats that you've created, okay? So I'm using my needle to tack it down using the pleat of the base, okay? You can see that my needle is coming out from underneath the pleat of the base. So just look at the way. So it's like you are going back, when your pleat is going towards the right, for example. So you continue your ruffle like that. Okay, just watch what I'm doing. Very easy to do. You can see I pass it. I'm using the plate of the base to tack it, okay? So I just release small to go back a little. I release small to go back a little there. So I'm going to be tacking it. So you are tacking everything to the base. But in order for us to hide our thread, we don't want our thread to be showing either at the front or at the back. So that's why we are using the pleat of the base to tack our ruffle, okay? So I have a very long thread there. So I don't want to be joining thread. So that's why I have to just make my long. You can make yours shorter, okay? So I'm using my pin to hold that side down. I'm trying to tack the first ruffle. So there's no particular way of making ruffle. So you just want to squeeze something together, like the word implies. Ruffle, just squeeze it together, to form something ruffled. Okay, so that's just it. So there's no particular way. So you can see what I'm doing. It's not a plate. I'm just trying to squeeze something together like that, and just squeeze together and tack. So that's what I'm doing. Just squeezing together and tack. This is the first base. So for the first step of your ruffle, it won't really come out as ruffle like that. So you might be thinking as if, is this thing going to form ruffle like this? My sister is going to form. Okay, just take your time and get one glass of juice by your side and be sipping that, or you can get malt or Pepsi. Just put something by your side and you just continue tacking. Before you know it like this, ruffle don form be that, okay? So you just continue like that. You can see I'm using the plate of the base to tack it, because I want everything to be tacked to the base, and at the same time I don't want my thread showing at all, okay? Okay, so just trying to arrange the thread there. You can see, so I'll just continue like that till I get to that side. All right, so I've gotten to that side. Can you see that? And that is just 1 inch away from the back of the ear as usual. So I'm just taking it back to where we start from. So you're going to be releasing this one a bit, okay, because we need something that will attach our handle to. Okay, that's what I'm trying to do. You can see I'm trying to release it, so I will have something that I will tack my handle to. Can you see? So that is where I'm going to tack my handle. I'm going to be using my pin to hold that one down. So that's like our undo there. That's where we are going to fix our undo. So you just continue ruffle. So just watch this one closely. So I'm going to be using my pin to hold this next one. So this one is like the next step. Okay. So I'm going to be holding it to the previous one, and at the same time I'm forming something ruffled like at the top. Can you see? So you just ruffle something together and use your pin to hold it together. Okay. So just going like that. You can see that the next step now is now higher than the previous one. Okay, so that one is just like a base. So this next one is going to be higher. Okay, just continue like that. So just continue like that, like that, like that, like that. Okay, I'm just going to repeat the same thing using my pin to hold it together like so. You see, so ruffle is as easy as this, very easy, no particular method. Just continue ruffling, 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 ruffling till I get to the end. Okay, so the star doesn't get to the end of the other side, so we just stop at that point like so. Okay, so that's the ruffle. So you can stop here if you don't want your own gele to be that high. You can decide to stop here, but my customer wants it a bit higher, so that's why I cut the other 52 inches I told you about. That I said you can reduce yours, because at the end of this process I noticed that the 52 inches was too long. Okay, so I had to cut off like about 20 inches. Okay, so just look at the way I'm going to fix this one now. Just look at the way I'm going to fix it. So if you just happen to stumble on my video, I welcome you. Welcome to Classy Touch DIY, where you learn how to make different styles of autogele. Okay, my name is Moinat. If you have any question, you can drop it in the comment section below. I would love, 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 love to answer them. And if you love this video, please give it a thumbs up and drop a comment for me in the comment section below. I love you. Alright, so this is it, guys. So you just continue like that, and I'm using my pin to hold it to the previous one. Okay, so you just like you using the previous ruffle to hold the next one you are going to do. Okay, so that's just it. So I'm just going to continue forming now. So it now depends on the shape you want your ruffle to have. Okay, if you notice that at the middle I make it a bit higher, then while getting to the sides I decide to just bend it a little. So that's just it. So can you see? Now I've gotten to this other side, so I'm just going to attach it to the previous ruffle there so I can fix my handle. Okay, for my existing subscribers, thank you so much for your love, for the likes, the comments. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And if you have any question, if you have any style you want me to work on, you can send it to me on my WhatsApp. My number is in the bio. Is in my bio there. You can check it out. My WhatsApp number is there, and I'm also on Instagram at classictouch_ng. You can send me a DM too. Thank you so much. I love you. So you can see now, I'm trying to cut off the excess here. So the 52 inches I cut was too long. So trying to cut like 20 inches away from it. That is why I said from the beginning that you can make yours to be 32 inches or 30 inches. So it's still okay. Okay. So I'm just going to cut that one off like that. So just make sure yours to be 32 inches or 30 inches. So we don't want to waste ashoke, okay? Because this height is okay for my customer. But if you like, if you still want it to be higher, you can still take this one back, okay? That is if you want it higher, you can still take it back. So that way you're not going to be cutting it off. I hope you understand. So now I'm just going to continue my tacking from where I stopped. So basically the rule of this style of tacking ruffle is just for you to go in, all those places that you use your pin to hold. You want to make sure that your needle and thread hold that place. So I'm going to do this and come back. Alright, so I've done that. So I'm just going to continue tacking like that. I'm going to be going in and out, going back and forth like that, and passing to the next one. This is ruffle, so when you are passing your needle, it's not going to be obvious, it's not going to be showing, the thread is not going to be showing, so you're just going to be passing to the next one. Okay, just insert and pass and tack any place you feel it needs to be tacked. Okay, there is no particular rule of tacking. Okay, you just want to tack in a neat way, like I always say. You tack in a neat way, in such a way that the style you created will not be affected, and you are going to have a neat tacking. Okay, you don't want the thread you use to tack to be showing, my sister. Fine, our customers know that we use needle and thread to tack this thing, but you don't want it to be that obvious. You don't want to tell them that see the needle and thread I use, oh, see the thread I use, see the way it's showing. You want to have a neat work. Okay, so just continue tacking like that. Okay, just look at the way I'm passing it. I'm going back and forth. So once I tack a particular place, I will insert my needle and pass to the next point I feel it needs tacking. Okay, so that's just it. So can you see? So can you see the way I'm passing? So can you see I've passed up like that? So be going up and down, up and down, up and down like that. So that's just it, guys. And as you are passing, don't forget to remove your needle. No let needle choke your customer. Hey, so you just continue like that. So I'm just going to continue like that. So I'm going to be tacking. Can you see? From here now, I'm going to pass. Just look at the way I'm passing. Can you see? Look at where my needle is coming out from now. So just keep on passing like that. Since it's rough, your the thread won't be showing. Okay, I'm just going to continue like that till I get to the end. Okay, all those places I put spin, I'll make sure I tag them together like so. Okay, till I get to the other side there. All right, quick one. I want to show you this. Make sure that as you are tacking, at a point you are tacking everything to the base. Sorry about that. As you are tacking everything to the base. Look at what I'm doing there. From the back now, I want to tack everything to the base. Okay, so from the back now, I insert. It's not necessarily that it must be from the back. It can also be from the front too. Okay, you just want to make sure that you tack everything to the base. Okay, so now my needle is coming out from underneath the pleat of the base. Okay, that way you are tacking everything to the base, so it's going to stand. your ruffle is going to stand, it's not going to be shaking. Imagine when mommy Bola wear your gele, and mommy Bola that loves to dance is now dancing, and the gele too is also dancing and clapping on her head. So you don't want something like that, okay? So just want to tack everything and make sure it is firm, okay? So from underneath that plate, I pass it up again and again, and I'm going to continue my tacking. So that's just it. So you can pass down into your base in like 2 or 3 different places, okay, just to make sure everything is in place. So from there, I'm passing it up again, going to the back and forth, and just continue your tacking like that, and tack all those places you feel it needs to be tacked. So at this point, so I'm going to just add that white bead pin there. I'm going into the base too. Alright, so I've done that and I've gotten to the edge there. Can you see how firm our ruffle looks? So at this edge now, you are going to go into all the pleats to the base itself, okay? So that's where you are going to pass it. Can you see? I pass into all the pleats to the base. That way I'm going to hold that edge tight, okay? That's the only way to hold the edge tight. And I'm going to pass it back. I'm going to pass it back into the ruffle. Okay, I'm going to pass it back into the ruffle. So that's where you are going to hold it tight. Can you see? I'm coming out from the back. So I'm just going to go out of the thread here and tie it together. Okay, I'm going to tie it together at this point. Alright, so I've done that. So the next thing for me to do now is just to fix my handle. Okay, so I'm just going to fix my handle like that. Can you see? I'm going to be cutting off that excess there. That's the 20 inches I told you about. So I'm just going to be cutting it off. So at that point is where I'm going to be fixing my handle. So you just want to insert your needle into that place. The reason why I'm doing this is just to hide the knot at the end of my thread, okay? So just insert it and just close it up like that. So that way the cocoa will not be showing. So that's it, guys. That's it. We are almost at the end, okay? So just pass it to the point where I want to fix my handle rather. So just pass it like that. Okay, so that's it. My thread is long, quite long anyway. So just keep on passing like that till you get to that point where you want to fix your handle. Okay, okay, so at this point now I'm going to fix the handle. I'm going to fix the handle for the other side. So just the normal way we fix handle for our auto delay. So I'm going to do the same thing for the other side. If you don't know how to fix handle, you can check my previous video on how to do that. Okay, so I'm going to fix it. I'll come back to show you the next thing to do. So for this side now, from that edge there, you just measure 2.5 inches. So that point is where you're going to fix your handle. So you're going to insert your needle and thread into that place, tack it together, cut off the excess, and fix the handle for the two sides. And I'll come back to show you the finished look. Alright guys, so this is it. Can you see? And look at the back too. I fixed the handle for both sides. Now I'm going to stitch the handle. So this is the finished look, guys. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you do, please give it a thumbs up and drop a comment for me in the comment section below. See you in my next video. Bye and God bless you.